Okay, is the waitress really into me? I've been a regular at this small diner for a few months now. It's your classic retiree town diner, old men trading war stories, couples who come in regularly. I'm a man in my mid-20s, so I always stand out when I bring my paper and book in with me to enjoy a relaxing breakfast. Sometimes I'll bring a friend, but I enjoy the quiet too for reading. An old soul, you could say. One of the waitresses and I get along quite well. She's there every day and is my age. In fact, we're the only people in our 20s at this joint. Went from getting her name, to casual conversation. Sometimes she pokes fun at me coyly. She even gets upset when I leave without saying goodbye, and always waits on me even when I'm not in her section. Paid for my meal today, too, I forgot to add. Well, I just can't ask her out on the job. To put a woman in that position while on the clock is just uncomfortable for me to do, but damn if I'm not head over heels for this woman. She's truly Bo today I fucked up. And I know what you're thinking, she might be working for the tip, but you stare into someone's eyes and you can tell when someone actually wants to hear what you have to say. What should I do? Keep it a fantasy and retain our dignity, or risk awkwardness and shoot my shot? If so, how can I do it respectfully? Leave a note with your number on it inviting her to call or text if she wants to grab coffee. If she never mentions it, that's your cue to never mention it. I'm 4 years married with a newborn to the guy who left his card with the check. Shoot your shot. Best of luck. For some reason I thought you meant he purposely left his credit card for you to have, and was like, damn, I'd marry him too. You said she paid for your meal today? Honestly, I feel like she's given you the perfect opportunity. Why not tell her that you owe her a meal now, so anytime she wants to collect she just needs to let you know. I was the waitress. I couldn't find the courage to ask the guy out because he was a client. Thanks God he asked me if I wanted company on my lunch break. So I knew he wanted to see me outside of work hours. During the lunch break he kept it simple and asked me if we should go for a drink sometimes. I was so freaking happy I couldn't believe it. We had a great time together afterwards. What the other guys said. Give her the option to engage you, don't talk her up on the job. My M28X/roommate F29 invited her new boyfriend over and purposely waited for me to get back home to have sex with her bedroom door open. We broke up about 4 months ago and are okay being roommates as long as I help pay the bills. Well, tonight my ex invited her new BF over. No issues there. From about 5 PM to 11 PM they're in her bedroom with the door closed watching movies/shows and talking. I left the house at 11 PM so I can drive around and listen to music. I love driving and music. I get back around 1:30 AM and I can hear my ex and her BF having a conversation. I'd what they were talking about and I might have also heard a show in the background. I hop in the shower for 30 minutes and when I come out I can clearly hear them having sex. I go to the kitchen to grab a water bottle. I've recently started working out, fasting, and drinking lots of water. I've started taking care of my physical and mental health. Well, when I get to the kitchen I see her door is open and can hear them having sex. I said, can you guys please close the door? Then the door closes. I can still hear them through the walls, but it's manageable now. I've been with my ex for 4 years and know her well. This wasn't an accident. To have no consideration, or even worse, to purposely do this is not cool. I don't care what they do, but why make it so I can hear? Side notes. It went on for quite some time and she didn't sound like she was genuinely enjoying it. I would know. 2 days ago I met him for the first time and whoa, not what I expected. Skinny, scrawny kid. She would always tell me not to lose weight because she would crush me during sex. I know it's an insecurity thing about me getting in shape while she doesn't. Anyways, she told me yesterday he's not her type, he's weird, etc. He sounds and acts feminine from what I can tell, which is really weird because like she said he's not her type. I want to remain friends/roommates and we've been doing good with it that way. I really hope she's not becoming toxic because tonight was inexcusable. I wonder what conversation we'll have in the morning and I need advice on how to express how uncomfortable tonight was without offending her because I can see her saying it's my house and if you don't like it you can leave. It's our home. I'm hoping she doesn't get toxic. Edit, extra info for no reason. I've dated one person during our breakup but never brought her home as to avoid conflicts. Edit 2, a week and a half ago I began packing my things and she started having a panic attack / crying. I felt like she didn't actually love me. I felt like I was only here to fill a hole in her heart. The girl I briefly dated opened up my eyes. She hugged me, held my hand, walked next to me, called, texted, all the time. My ex never, I know never is a strong word, but she never did these things, and after a while I stopped looking for those things and got used to it, but was very unhappy. I actually expressed this to her after I broke up with the new girl. My low self-esteem made me stay, I guess. I'm finally feeling better, I'm changing, and the last thing I need is her trying to bring me down. Edit, she has done a few things before that made me break up with her. She would call me insecure, but 3 years ago this subreddit told me she was gaslighting me and I should break up with her. My siblings would tell me to run every time I told them, which BS thing she did this time. Visited an ex behind my back, or the time she went out with her female friend and apparently sat in a car with a random dude while her friend was having sex outside the car. She's 29 and still fucks / makes out with whoever happens to be near her when she's drunk. Showers them in affection, then goes cold on them when they're in a relationship. It has to be childhood trauma / past relationship issues, and it really makes me tear up laying awake at night thinking about it. Update, I'm moving out within the next few days. I finally have the fucking clarity, strength, and self-respect. Thank you all for the support. Update 2. We had a brief talk. I'm still moving out. I do have my own issues. Depression, anxiety, isolation. I left my issues out because they were what was keeping me in the relationship. I have plans to see a counselor and get help when I move. I was on a wait list here for a month, but will be able to get help sooner where I'm going. Okay, I would say that's inappropriate for sure as an activity, but they had from 5 to 11 to do that shit but didn't until you got home. Maybe they didn't hear you. Maybe they just got all hot and heavy and forgot the door was open. Or maybe they did it on purpose, but just assuming that you were the focus of her intent isn't a good sign for you at all. Your paranoia more than her behavior should be cause enough for you to move out. Glad you're taking that step, but make sure you look hard at your own part in whatever went wrong between you. Stop focusing so much on her. Have some self-respect instead. You are investing so much of your time / energy / FKS for a petty person who simply doesn't deserve it. You can be concerned for such individual, but you don't need to care. We broke up about 4 months ago and are okay being roommates as long as I help pay the bills. Well, this clearly isn't true. Time to move out. Christ, dude, move out and get a new place. This sounds really toxic already. It will definitely start getting worse. Seriously sounds like a plot to one of those step-sibling porns, except you didn't join in, so no fun ending. My fiance's ex is now pregnant and is threatening to claim the child is his. This really screws with our plans. I'm willing to wait it out, but I'm at my breaking point emotionally. Help. Hi everyone. This is very complicated. My fiance, M29, let's call him Adam, and I, F23, have been together for about 1.5 years. He separated from his ex-wife, F37, let's call her Sarah, over 2 years ago. For very complicated legal reasons I won't go into here, their divorce has been going on for the whole time I've known them. Sarah, Adam, and I are all legal immigrants to the country where we live, but because the legal divorce has gone through the courts and immigration office, along with the pandemic, it has been delayed. Sarah is not a great person and has been illegally withholding Adam's children from him while demanding large sums of money. I'm not talking child support, he pays for all their expenses, I'm talking like $10,000 or you can't see your son. 6 months ago Sarah met a new man and wants to get married. Today we found out that Sarah is 3 months pregnant. Even though they've been separated for over 2 years, according to the laws of this country, Adam will be presumed the father because they are still not legally divorced. The court date for their divorce was supposed to be in 1 month, but because she is pregnant it will have to be delayed until after she has the baby. Sarah is now threatening to fight in the court to say that the baby is Adam's. The real father is somehow okay with this since he thinks they will get good money from it, and delay the divorce for up to 8 more months. If she tells the court that the baby isn't his and the court takes testimony from Sarah, Adam, me, and Sarah's fiance, then the divorce can move forward normally. I know all this seems like a big, complicated clusterfuck. I swear it is all real, and if I didn't love Adam I would have been out very quickly. Here's to my problem. I'm going to move back to North America for law school. I was supposed to go this year, but because of the pandemic, I waited a year to apply. My visa ends soon and I don't really have a choice about leaving. Adam and I were supposed to get married this summer/fall so that we could be together and he could immigrate with me. With Sarah being pregnant, this means that he may not be about to join me for a few years with all the paperwork that I will have to fill out in the next few years. Sarah knows this, and that is why she is trying to delay the divorce, just to fuck with us. I don't need legal advice, we have a good lawyer. But how do I get through this emotionally? Without the pandemic, all this would have been over last year. I'm honestly happy that we're all safe and physically healthy, because I know the outcome for the last year could have been much worse. I love my fiance and want to get through this, and it's not his fault. But I'm dying inside from the stress. I want him to be able to be a good father, and I want to get my degree so I can support our family. If I have to move without him, we'll both be devastated, but it might have to happen. I know I'm word vomiting, but I need emotional help and need advice on how to talk with him about this. So he's choosing to move to a different country, then he's children to be with you who he's only been with for a year and a half. Gross. I somehow missed the part where Adam already has biological kids with his ex. Is he really intending to leave his children to be with you, a woman he's known for 18 months, in a different country? And you're okay with this? I think you should move alone and let it settle first. I know long distance sucks, but this is for the best. Not to mention he already has kids with Sarah. To be honest, you've only been together for a year and a half, and you're only 23 with literally your whole life and career ahead of you. Personally, I would walk away. Relationships end for all sorts of reasons, and I wouldn't be able to continually subject myself to someone else's messy divorce proceedings. I wish I had better advice. Regardless, I wish you luck. Kind of have to agree with this person. It's an unfortunate situation for Adam, but I would just remove yourself from this mess. I also noticed he plans to leave his existing biological children to move to North America with you, a true class act. Paternity test to prove he isn't the father. Don't sign anything until this is done. If you have evidence of her blackmailing your fiancé for money in order to see his kids, I would check with your lawyer, but I'm sure this is highly illegal and needs to be stopped. If you have a good lawyer, like you said, all this evidence will help you if the courts get involved at all. Honestly, your lawyer should be telling you this, and if he knows about the blackmail in order to see the kids and isn't advising you on how to fight it, they aren't a good lawyer as you claim. He has all of this evidence and has given good advice. She will probably get legal action for immigration fraud, not mentioned in this post. The problem is the court has had this information for months and they were prepared to start all the filings in May, but this knocks it back again. So you're engaged to a married man who is willing to just completely abandon his children? Sounds like a real catch.